These are parquetry blocks, and parquetry blocks have been used since the time of Frederick Froebel in preschools. You can see here I am using a pattern card. I made this one myself, but you certainly can buy them also. I'm going to show you an example. Actually, there's one sitting on the table right there of a commercial card. This is a different type of card that instead of having the clear pattern of which blocks to put in, it's blank, so the children have to figure out which shapes fit well on this card. There are a lot of different ways to use parquetry blocks, and they're a great shape activity because they have a lot of spatial awareness that's included in using them, and also a lot of opportunity to really design and make patterns with shapes, especially if it's more free form, which we're going to see in a second. Here's an example of a commercial pattern card. Here's an example of using parquetry blocks in a more free-form way. Here I'm just using a black piece of construction paper as a canvas to arrange these parquetry blocks. You could also use a piece of black fabric, or even like a black whiteboard, or a white whiteboard would work too, where the children just have an opportunity to create whatever they want with the parquetry blocks. This last activity is one of my favorites with parquetry blocks. I'm using a mirror, or rather two mirrors stuck together at a bend to create an angle so that when I'm building, I can see that there's a reflection, and it keeps going sort of over and over again through the two mirrors. The way that I made this mirror form is I bought some mirror tiles at the hardware store. You'll see them at the very end of the video. And then I stuck them with duct tape to a cardboard background. You could even use a piece of wood in the back to make them really sturdy so that they're safe to use with the children. And in this one, I didn't pad the edges, but that's something that I usually do, is to use the duct tape to kind of pad all the way around the edges so that there's no sharp edges for the children. You'll see in a minute, this is a really exciting thing to see in the mirrors, and children really enjoy this, and so do adults actually. Besides shape concepts and spatial awareness, the other thing that children really get from using parquetry blocks is symmetry, and this is an excellent activity for looking at symmetry, because what you're seeing with that bend in the mirror is that the pattern is symmetrical through all three images, which is two reflections and then the actual blocks themselves. This last picture is just an example of the tiles that I used from the hardware store.